everyone, welcome back to the Rookies podcast. I'm joined by Andre, like always.
What's up, guys?
Today we got episode 9. We're really starting to rack up the episodes now. We're trying to get a lot more consistent, so yeah. Um,
Yep.
and today we're gonna be talking specifically about Real Madrid. We kind of changed the format and like the way we do episodes now. We want to focus more on like one specific topic per episode. That just gives us more content to post and it gives you guys more like detailed episodes, I guess. And we can go more in depth about things. So yeah, let's just get right into it and not waste any time.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about Real Madrid, right, Andre?
Yeah, we are. Like Nico said, it's more in depth for everyone, and it's also easier for us in terms of the content we release and also like how we plan our episodes. Because before we'd give you guys a rundown of like all of Europe, and now we have it more focused and more detailed. So we'll see how it goes. And obviously now we're trying to be consistent on video now too. So
Yeah,
that's good. So I
right.
guess we can start off by recapping their season.
Yeah, so what do you make of Real Madrid's season? How did it go?
Well, I'm pretty sure they started off well, right? They were on top of the league for a bit.
Yeah, they were
Um,
doing pretty well.
in the first half, I'd say, and then I don't know what happened in the second half. They started like dropping points, like draws and losses against smaller teams.
Because I remember there was one point where them and Barca were like neck and neck,
Yeah, yeah, they
and
were just like a
then
few points away from each other.
they kind of pulled away Barca. But I also remember there was a lot of controversy around Barca. I don't know if you remember, like the whole thing about like scandals and stuff,
Oh
and
yeah, that's right.
they couldn't
Yeah,
register players, and there was like so much news, and then they ended up winning the league.
they
So
always seem to have like some problems, but then in the end, everyone just like forgets about it, and it's like it
yeah,
never happened. Because
that's
I'm
what they
pretty
want.
sure, aren't they still able to sign Gavi now,
Yeah, they said they were able to register him, so
despite everything that happened? So
I don't know what
whatever.
they were able to do, but they did.
They pulled off a madness. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the Real Madrid season didn't end the way they wanted to. In terms of the league, they did win a couple though, right? So that's good for them. And in the Champions League, they were eliminated by City, right? They had a rematch against them, I think.
Yeah, yeah, against
And
City.
then they were eliminated
Yeah,
by what was that?
yeah.
Semis or quarters?
Semis. No,
Semis.
yeah. What am I saying? Yeah, it
Was
was.
it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hold on. So Inter played Milan
Yeah,
semis, and then it
yeah.
was City and with the Real
City
Madrid.
and Real. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because I remember the whole thing with like, oh, if Milan went through and Real Madrid went through, then it would be Ancelotti
Oh
versus
yeah, that's
Milan.
right. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes sense. So like they had good success in the Champions League, like they always do. Um, Obviously, like you can say that they didn't have the league that they wanted, like the season that they wanted in the league, but also you can't win every year. But
but
I
can
will
I?
say they finished pretty close to third in Atletico, and they probably would like to finish closer to the top.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I just tell you something though? Like I see this a lot with even Milan in the past. Teams like Milan and Real Madrid, maybe not Milan right now,
Yeah,
but like Milan 10, 20, no, 10, 15 years ago, just before they won their last Champions League, they've always been teams that focus more on Europe.
yeah.
Like they still play like consistently good football in their respective league, but they focus a lot more on European football, so like Champions
I
League and
have noticed that like Juventus usually were the ones that would always win the league, and Milan would have the success in Europe.
like they would always like Milan, Real Madrid, they would always like finish top 4, top 3, whatever. And like occasionally they would win the league when they had like a stacked team. But
Yeah,
I noticed like most years they would like play like they would have two teams. They would play their second team for the league and like they would sub on the good players later on and end up winning the game. Or, maybe they would have a bad result because of that, and that's why
yeah.
they win the league. Um, and then for the Champions League games, they would just go all out and play
Yeah.
like stars, and that's why they had so much success, and that's why they're two most successful teams in the Champions League.
And that's what I remember most, like Real Madrid in those times where they won those like what 5 Champions League in like 7 years or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You remember watching them in Champions League. You don't remember anything that they've done in the league.
Specifically because I don't really watch
Yeah, that's
that much,
yeah,
but also like yeah, everybody knows Real Madrid, everyone knows Milan from the Champions League.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
At least fans that aren't of that team.
Yeah, yeah. Like casual fans, yeah.
Yeah.
So based off their season, like obviously we just mentioned how they finished. Uh, they've lost a few guys, Nico.
Yeah, they lost I mean the two big ones were Asensio and Benzema.
Yeah.
Who else did they lose
They
other
lost,
than
I think Hazard's leaving, but
Oh yeah,
he
but
didn't really have much of a
yeah,
story to tell there,
I'd say like
unfortunately.
the main starters that they lost
Yeah,
were Benzema
yeah,
and
holes in the
Asensio.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
big holes in the team
yeah.
because I mean a lot of people didn't really like rate Asensio as high as he should be. I feel like he was very underrated for them,
I think
but
so
he also
too.
didn't get as much game time as, he would have liked, which he's probably gonna get now at PSG.
Yeah,
So
especially with the
we can
departure
see
they're
him.
having. Yeah.
Hopefully we can see him perform good now at PSG, but Benzema is gonna be like a huge, huge miss for them because
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's Benzema. Like we all know what he did for them.
Even at the age that he is still, like he was still performing for them. Like he won a Ballon d'Or like what last year, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he's 35 now, meaning he won it at 34.
And people say like, oh, he's old. It was time for him to like move on. It was time for Real Madrid to move on. But like, even if you get another like young striker, he's probably still not gonna give you what Benzema gave them. Like
Yeah.
the experience, the goals. Like he scored a lot of goals. I mean, like you said, he won the Ballon d'Or just a few seasons ago, last season, right?
Yep.
So
And you're also losing that leadership. Like
yeah,
even if you forget about all that skill, like he was there from '09, I think. Like he was in that same window with Kaká and Ronaldo, I think.
he outlasted Ronaldo. He outlasted Bale. He outlasted
Yeah.
everybody who was in like that big Real Madrid team.
Marcelo,
Yeah, the only ones that are left are like Modric,
Bruce.
Cruz, Carvajal.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
I don't think we're yeah, yeah, you're right. That's it.
Because Varane left, Casemiro
I
left,
guess I guess
Ronaldo left,
Nacho, but Nacho wasn't like regularly starting.
Ramos left.
Yeah.
Everyone left.
So it's just them two now. Or no, them three. Cruz, Modric, and Carvajal.
Yeah, but yeah.
So they lost a
He,
couple notable players and they're gonna have to fill those gaps.
mhm.
Um, but club owner Perez says that they're done for the window, which doesn't make any sense for me. Like
Yeah,
you
me
have
neither.
some so they got Bellingham, which
Spent
we'll
a lot
get
of
to
money
in
on
a
him.
second. We'll get there in a second, but like look at their attack right now. You obviously have like Vinicius and Rodrigo who are actually like they're studs on the wing. Like you can play them every game. Like you can't obviously play them for like the 60 games that they're playing with Champions League and the league, but I mean you can rely on them. Like they're consistent players that perform well. They're still
Yeah,
young.
they're the starters, so
Yeah.
like they have their place in the team. No one's gonna take that away.
But you don't have a striker. Like you actually don't have a legit striker when you lose Benzema because first of all, they didn't even really have anyone to back him up
No,
from
they
the
didn't.
start.
Who did they have as backup?
Maybe they had Mariano, but now he's
This
leaving
guy
too.
he never saw the field ever.
No, exactly. So that's a real question mark if you're a Real Madrid fan. They have this Joselu new signing, but he's like 33, so it's not like he's a replacement. Like he's gonna be there what a year.
I don't get why they signed him, honestly. Like if I was them and I wanted like a good backup, why not go for Morata?
Giroud.
No, Morata.
Yeah, I guess Morata's decent. Like they had him at one point. I want to check Joselu just to
I
make
would take
sure.
Morata over Joselu any
Oh
day.
no, Joselu's not even a signing. He's a loan,
I would
500K loan.
I would take Morata put like 15, 10, 15 mil. I don't even think he's worth that much. Probably like 15, 20 mil.
They should have just
Take
went for.
him.
They should have just went for Kane.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but you still need that backup though. And I think
Yeah, yeah,
Morata's
yeah.
better
You're
than
right.
Mariano. So we have it all from Mariano today.
Sorry,
Um,
bud.
but yeah, I don't know. I would rather get someone like Morata or I don't know who else is pretty cheap right now in the market.
In terms of striker, like I I thought of Origi just because of how much you brought him up last time. But
No thank.
they did go after Havertz, like not like necessarily backup, but like he would have been an option at least.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. There's not many options like Turam before Inter got him.
Yeah, yeah. You're
He
fuming.
he would have been free.
You're
Yeah.
you're fuming.
Update from last episode when I was talking about him. Inter just signed Turam, so that's interesting. But it's okay, we move on. We're linked to Morata now, so that should be fun.
Oh my, oh my.
Morata or Skamaka, which I'm praying Skamaka comes.
By the way, how much do you think Kane is worth now?
I People say like 100 mil. I don't think so. I think like 60, 70
Let
million.
me check his age. That'll determine
Dude,
everything.
like yeah, he's good and whatever, but like over 100 mil for Kane, I wouldn't.
If he was going to another Premier League club, it would probably be.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say max 70 million. Max.
He's 29, so I'd say 70.
Yeah, he's
I'd say
getting old.
70, 75 most.
He's in his prime. He's like near the end of his prime though.
Yeah, like maybe a couple good years. But
Maybe
he is a
like
stationary striker, so it's not like you're losing too much when he gets
he's kind
33.
of like he's kind of like that Benzema type of striker, so he
Yeah,
can play for a while.
or Lewandowski even. Because
Yeah,
Lewandowski is like 33 now, but he still scores just because of the
yeah,
type of player. Um, yeah, they need to figure something out for that attack. Rodrigo and Vinicius will get you only so far. Unless you play
yeah.
one of them up top, but like I don't even think that makes sense. I don't
They're
think
not goals. They're not
yeah,
goal scorers.
yeah, they're more like crafty players on the wing that'll get you the goals, not putting them in themselves.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I don't know who specifically like they should get, but I just think like it's gonna definitely be hard to replace Benzema. The only guy I could think of is Kane, like
Yeah,
right
that's what I
now,
think of too.
like a possible, striker. But I mean, Paris said they're done, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'll
That
never
makes
I don't
that makes
like
no
surely
sense.
not. Like surely not. You're not done, are you?
If I was a Real Madrid fan and I heard that, like, oh, we're done after you just bought Joselu or however you say his name,
Yeah.
and he's
On
on
loan.
and
33-year-old striker from Espanyol.
no one knows who this guy is, and you're done. He's gonna be your starting striker on Real Madrid all
Maybe
of
they
next season,
maybe they bought Bellingham to play striker.
and you don't have a backup for him. Yeah, yeah, Bellingham. Okay,
Ancelotti's gonna have to pull the strings for
Ancelotti's gonna have to go play himself. He's
Could
no
you imagine
striker, but he was a damn good midfielder.
could you imagine Ancelotti just heading in goals crossed by Vinicius?
Dude, back in his day though, he was such a good player.
Well, they
He would he would score screamers from outside the box on Milan. Yeah.
well, I didn't know
He
that.
was so yeah, he was
Good
really
for
good.
him.
Yeah.
What's next here? So, we didn't mention Brahim Diaz coming from Milan.
Yeah, he's pretty good, Like I said in the last episode, he was a pretty good player. I don't know if I mentioned this because I didn't really want to go into too much detail about him since he was a player going out, but he isn't really suited for Serie A. He's a little too like small, a little too fragile. He gets pushed off the ball a lot, but I think he's more suited for the La Liga.
Yeah.
That's why Real Madrid bought him in the first place. So I think he can do really well there. He's grown a lot since he left Real Madrid
Do
for
you
the
think he's
three
gonna
years at
play
Milan.
much?
Like I think he'll get more game time than
Yeah,
people
more
think.
than more
I
than at
think
Milan.
no, more than people think that he's
Oh,
gonna
okay,
get.
okay, okay. Because I was
Maybe
gonna
not as
say,
much in Milan, because on Milan he was pretty much a starter.
yeah,
But he'll definitely come off the bench and like be able to like shift the game a little if you need that like extra attacking punch. Like he'll be able to give you like an extra spark. But I don't know.
yeah. I just thought
We gotta see.
I didn't want to leave him out.
Because like the thing is, he can play on the wing too. He's pretty good on the wing. Like you said, Cams can probably play on the
Yeah,
wing. So he could be an option on the wing just in case someone gets injured or you want to change something up.
yeah.
Um,
All right. So now we obviously just mentioned that Perez is done with the signings, or so he says. Like, I hope he's like bluffing, but whatever. We have a couple like names we could bring up that would be cool to see at Real, but Mbappe and Haaland. First of all,
mhm.
I want to say this. First of all, I don't think Haaland's gonna go to Real Madrid. But well, I'd say Mbappe has a better chance.
Well, okay, before we think about who has a better chance, who do you think like suits what Real Madrid needs right now and their play style and everything? And then we'll talk about the
Okay,
possibilities of
so
them.
when you say that, like Haaland would fit better just because they already have dribbling, prolific, crafty players in Vinicius and Rodrigo. So I feel like if you just put Mbappe up top, you have three of the same players on the attack.
Exactly.
Haaland would be perfect to just finish off whatever those wingers create. I think you would say the same, right?
Yeah, I would say the same. Obviously, right now, like Mbappe's linked more to Real Madrid. Like we
Mhm.
we always hear like oh it's his
Every
dream.
summer, every summer.
Yeah, like oh Mbappe dreams of playing there. Mbappe dreams of playing. Personally, I hope he goes to Milan
Well, obviously, like
because apparently he's a Milan fan. Like out of like all the Italian teams, he loves Milan. There's pictures of him in Milan kits when he was a kid and everything. So
that's
like
because his dad was what was that goalkeeper you guys had? Dida?
yeah,
He was on Milan, right?
he was not who Dida. Yeah,
Yeah. And he looks
yeah,
like Mbappe.
a little
There's actually theories that he's his dad
bit.
because he's
Except he's
French.
not Brazilian.
Oh wait.
Dida's Brazilian lad.
Then I what I heard was that
Brain fart.
he was in no. What I heard was he was in France at the time that Mbappe was born.
I have no
I
idea.
don't think it's a coincidence. If he played for Milan, born in France, like at the time he was in France, they look similar.
Yeah, I guess.
Mbappe says he's a Milan fan. Why? Just cause? Who supports
Bro,
Milan on a just
this guy,
cause?
because it's Milan. Okay, whatever.
Anyways,
Let's not get into this
what were
discussion.
we going on about? About it, Haaland and Mbappe.
About yeah, Haaland and Mbappe. I was just saying, like, we always hear the links of Mbappe to Real Madrid
Yep.
because obviously, like he says, he dreams of playing there. Like every player dreams of playing on Real Madrid. But I don't know if it's gonna happen, honestly. Like you said, they're solid on the wings.
Yeah.
They're already covered there. They don't need Mbappe. I think he's gonna clash too much with the rest of the team. Because okay,
Yeah.
here's an example, right? Why isn't PSG doing too good? And why aren't they as clinical as they should be?
Because they've had too many stars on the same team.
And look at their attack.
Well,
Messi,
now it's a
look at
little different, but in the season, yeah,
look
exactly.
at their attack. Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, all of like the same type of player,
Yeah. At
kind of.
least when Neymar and Messi were on Barcelona, they had Suarez to finish the goals for them. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
That's why I'm saying and Real Madrid, why did they do so good? Because they had Vinicius, they had Rodrigo, and they had Benzema finishing off the. So like they're not PSG aren't as clinical because they all have the same type of player
Yeah.
up there. So I feel like it's the same with Real Madrid if Mbappe goes there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I agree
think
with that.
Haaland Haaland would be amazing there. He would, dude. Could you imagine Haaland, Rodrigo, and Vinicius? Like
Yeah,
that's
that's pretty
disgusting.
hot. And
That's
Bellingham
disgusting.
and Modric and Cruz. Oh, that like they can never.
I don't know what's better if actually that is better than what he has on City right now.
Like they could never not stop competing for like titles.
Who's on
Like
the
he's,
wing for City right now?
huh?
Who's on the wing for City right now?
It would be
Silva
Grealish.
and Grealish?
Who and Grealish? Who did you say first?
Bernardo Silva?
Yeah, yeah. It's them regularly, and then they also have like Mahrez and Foden sometimes.
So like
Yeah, I'd say
I
Real
think
Madrid have better wingers.
Vinicius and Rodrigo put him on the side of Haaland, and I think you got a dream team.
That's pretty hot. I
Yeah.
will say this though. I would like as much as everything that we said makes sense in terms of like Haaland fits the system better. The story of Mbappe going to Real Madrid is so cool in terms of like
Yeah.
idolizing Ronaldo. Also, Haaland's on Man City, but like people would say maybe it's not realistic for him to leave there to go to Real Madrid with the team that City having like this success. But I'll say this, like as much as like how good it is to play in the Premier League, like everyone wants to play there. But I feel like it's almost royalty to play for like Real Madrid and Barcelona. Would you agree with that statement where it's like almost like those are the two
And
clubs
and
of
and
football?
and Milan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
And Milan.
Yeah. Are we talking
Well,
about it?
okay, look at the fact. Okay, I'm not gonna get into this discussion with you
But would you say
because
like
you're anti Serie A.
no, I'm not.
Yeah,
No, I'm not.
but
But
when Ronaldo was there, it was fine though, huh?
no.
No,
I actually didn't watch him at all in the Serie A.
full of crap.
But would you say like Real Madrid and Barcelona, they're like two of the biggest teams ever.
Yeah,
So like to go there, like you can understand why someone would leave the. So that's why I would say like it's not maybe likely for Haaland to leave just because of like the success they have right now, and it kind of doesn't make sense. But like I wouldn't say it'll never happen, just because of how big of a club they are in Real Madrid. But I
yeah.
would enjoy to see Mbappe there.
I could actually see him going to Barca more than Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I
So
could
could
see
you
it.
see Mbappe going to Real and Haaland going to Barca?
Wait, Mbappe to Real?
Did you say, "Oh, I see him going to Barca"? Like, were you talking about Haaland?
No, Mbappe.
Oh,
Mbappe.
really?
I can see him going to Barca.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like Barca's missing that type of player right now on the wing.
Who do they have now? They got Rafinha, and then
Think about it.
yeah, and then I guess Dembele, but like he's been quiet recently. Obviously, the season's done, but
Yeah.
yeah,
So
he's
could
not
you
like
imagine that? Like Haaland versus Mbappe in La Liga. It's like the new Messi
that.
versus
Would be, yeah,
Ronaldo.
that's what I was saying. Like that. That would be
And it's
yeah.
like it's the same type of player roles because Messi was that winger that Mbappe would be. Not that Messi and Mbappe are the same type of player because
Oh
they're
no
not.
no no.
Like
Yeah.
I mean like on the wing, you know. Mbappe's on the wing just like Messi and Haaland is at striker just like Ronaldo.
Just for goals. Yeah. The only difference is Haaland is left-footed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's why I want Mbappe to leave PSG because like yeah, he's great and all, but like no one really cares.
No
If
one
you're doing it
cares.
all in League One, like if you move to La Liga or the Prem, like people will start caring. Even the Serie A, at least you're playing more competitive games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we just talked about how PSG's attack wasn't clicking that year. They still won the league. So like, do they even have fun over there?
I don't know. See, but like the difference with that and like for example like the Bundesliga is like I don't know. I feel like
Even the
because
Bundesliga is a bit more competitive. Even though
people say like oh the Bundesliga is even worse because Bayern literally always wins and at least like there's a bit of like competition in the league on because didn't Lille win like a while
they
ago?
did, yeah, they did.
But like at the same time,
But
Bayern
I feel like
barely.
Bayern's titles are challenged more than PSG's titles are challenged.
Yeah, and Bayern barely won this last one. Like
Like
on
literally,
the last minute.
it was in Dortmund's hands, and then they're like,
They're
nah.
like, now you can have it. You can have it.
Poor Royce, man. Like I was there the whole time, saw everyone leave, and still like hasn't won one.
Yeah, whatever.
You should
Okay,
go
we're
to
getting off top.
Spurs.
We're getting off topic, but yeah. Um, yeah, I definitely would love to see Haaland and Mbappe in La Liga in that order that we said. You know, Haaland at Real and Mbappe at
Yeah, that would
Barca.
be box office.
That would
Then
be
that would
really
make the El Clásicos like
back to being
holidays.
relevant.
Yeah, yeah. Those couple years ago when there would be the El Clasico was just like awful.
Yeah.
Like when Barca were like in depth, like I guess Real were still good, but like it wasn't like not even as close. I guess right when uh Messi left, the
Hmm.
El Clasicos were just like
You know what's
regular league
crazy?
matches.
Now that we're talking about Barca and Real, I just wanted to say this real quick.
Mm.
You know how Barca's doing renovations for their stadium now? And they won't be able to so Barca's doing renovation. They
Yeah, yeah,
won't
yeah.
be able to play a game the whole next season. They're playing like somewhere else. They
Oh, I
said
didn't even
they
know
might
that.
they said they might play with who's the other team from Barcelona? Is it Espanyol?
I think so, yeah. Like in Catalona or whatever it's called.
Catalona, yeah.
Catalonia. Yeah, I think
Catalonia.
Espanyol is the other team. Based
That's
off
like
their
the
logo and
derby. That's
colors.
their derby, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think you're right. Yes, it is
And
because when Barca won the league, they won it away in Espanyol, and then they were like doing the ring around the rosy in the
the
middle, and they just stormed the
scenes.
field.
Yeah, so
So
I
they're
heard
playing there.
so I heard that they might share the stadium with them next season. So that's gonna be interesting.
I mean, if Inter and Milan can do it,
Yeah, I know, right?
then anyone can. But
But yeah, so I heard that and Real Madrid also. I think their stadium is still not done.
yeah, their stadium's been
So
in renovation for like a few years now.
so they've been playing somewhere else for like 2 years
No,
already.
they've been playing in the Bernabeu. It just looks really
Really?
different because like there's stuff covering seats and like
Oh,
they have
okay.
they still play in the Bernabeu though.
Anyway, I thought it would have been weird that both Real Madrid and Barca weren't playing at their stadium. But it's
That'd be
definitely gonna
awful.
be weird. It's definitely gonna be weird to see Barca not play a game
Oh
at
yeah.
Camp Nou.
How many like don't doesn't the Camp Nou fit like 90,000 fans or something? Like something ridiculous like that?
Yeah, something like that.
That would that would be weird to see them in a Espanyol stadium. I think
Yeah.
they got relegated.
Did they?
Hold on.
Well, then it's
I'm
not a problem.
I'm gonna check.
Could you imagine like the Derby day?
I'm gonna check this right now. Like Luton Town Stadium.
Yeah.
They gotta go through people's backyards. All right. Oh, it's refreshed.
Well, they're definitely not,
Everyone's on 0 points. I
they're
can't
definitely
see.
not they're definitely not getting season ticket holders for next season.
E-
Barca, no one's gonna go there.
No. Let me check. Let me check another app. I'm not gonna say who because we're not sponsored by them.
But I while you're doing that, I think it's safe to say we're finished the Mbappe versus Haaland discussion, right? I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
we both say that Haaland would be more useful to Real.
Then Mbappe would, yeah. But it would be a fantasy for us to see them
Yeah,
both in La Liga.
yeah. And the next topic is if the team is getting old. Obviously, a lot of people have been talking about this for a while now.
Yeah.
Do you think Real Madrid's getting old? Like, do you think it's affecting like the way they play?
Over the last few years, like I think they've done a good job in honoring their older guys. Like Marcelo, um, Casemiro was so, but he wasn't that old at the time. Like Ramos, I feel like they do an okay job in like honoring them, but also moving on for the way that's right for the club. So you don't like hang on to your heroes too long where they start kind of affecting how well your club is doing. So I'll say like I don't think they're getting too old, but I do understand where that like topic comes from. Just because of like the history they've had with the same guys. Like we mentioned before, like the Modric, the Cruz, the Carvajal, those guys are getting up there. but I think they have a good balance of young guys. Like look at the depth they have in the midfield. Like you have Modric, Cruz, and then you have usually Chouameni there, but you also have Camavinga, Brahim Diaz is here now, Valverde. So I feel like you almost have two midfields in a sense. So I think like
They have very good depth.
yeah, exactly. So I don't think they have to worry too much.
All right, so I just wanted to say real quick. It's kind of like breaking news, but not really because it's just a report. But I got the notification saying that Manchester United gave up on Mason Mount.
Oh
They're
snap!
gonna be looking for
Oh,
someone
I see
else.
that now.
So
Oh, that's not good
that's
because he
gonna be
wanted to leave and now he's just gonna be cranky at Chelsea now.
yeah. So
You guys should go pick him up.
I'm okay.
No, really, like
I'm
he
okay.
needs somewhere to play.
I'm okay.
You
I
guys
don't really
love
like
getting
him.
Chelsea rejects.
I don't like Mount.
You love guys. You guys love rejects,
No, personally, I really don't think he's anything special.
but he could be something special.
I'm done with could be's. I'm really done with could be's on Milan. We've had could
The
be's
Kettler.
for the last 10 years we've been dealing with could be's.
Phenomenal.
We need absolutes on Milan.
Chris, I only do absolutes.
Yeah.
Uh, all
Uh
right. What are we talking about next now, lad?
so up
Oh, you want to
next.
give your input on them being too old?
Oh yeah, no, I kind of like touched on it while you were talking. I just said, I think they have really good depth. They're doing good at like replacing their old players with young players,
Yeah.
like class young players, they're still scouting a lot of players in Brazil. They're always signing new like Brazilian talents
Yeah.
that no one knows about, and they pay like 50, 60 mil for people that we've never even heard
They
of.
do a Rabona in the Brazilian league and they
And
get 50
then
mil slapped on their face.
6 months later they're in the first team
Yeah.
and worth 200 million.
Yeah.
That's just how Real Madrid do things, and they've done that for so many years.
They probably have a great scouting
Oh
team
yeah.
for
Oh yeah.
sure.
So yeah, that's what I think. I think they're doing a great job at that, and they can slowly like um kind of like not kick out, but like slowly transition into like moving the older players out to like other teams or retirement, and then bringing in the young players and giving them like a good experience beside the old players for a bit, and
Yeah.
then kind of like doing the full transition.
I'd say specifically Modric and Cruz as well, like
Yeah,
because they have that depth, like we said, like it's an easy transition for them to do
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Now, Nico, now that we spoke about like their players that they want to bring in, players that they don't have, we also talked about their recap. But what can they do coming up this next season? Like, what are some realistic goals you can set for them? I mean, obviously they want to win the league every year, but do you think they can?
Definitely win the league has to be like their top priority every year.
Yeah,
Is your Real Madrid, and that's just your expectation every year, especially with the team that they have.
yeah,
Obviously, if they sign that striker, then even more.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I think that's the denominator. Like, if they get a striker, then yeah, you'll be up there with them.
But then again, like we said before, they're usually a team that prefers doing better in the Champions League. So
Mm-hmm.
like if they sign that striker, then and this kind of skips to like what we want to talk about in a little bit. Um, I would expect them to win the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
If they sign like a class striker like Kane, for example, then
Yeah,
I'd be like, okay, they're like my top three or top four to win the Champions League
and
this
and even
next
if they
season.
don't have a backup, because we've been talking about that too. Like, they
Yeah.
need also someone to back them up. Like you said, while they focus on the Champions League, then you can focus that main guy on those Champions League games.
So like you don't know what they're gonna focus on, but like before the fact of like everything and like before we see what they're gonna focus on, I would say, that it's a realistic goal for them to win the champ or to win the league, even without the striker, because they still have a great team.
Yeah,
And like
they have a great
I
foundation.
just
Like even from the back.
Yeah, I just think like if you have that good of a team, your goal should always be to at least win the league.
Yeah.
So, worst
Also, I
things
just
worst, they got kicked out of the Champions League early, and then they go full force for the league. I
yeah,
don't
I just remembered. Do you remember when Man City played against Madrid and Rudiger was like on Haaland's like a fat kid on a smartie in
know.
the first leg, and then they didn't play him the second leg. But back what we were saying when Haaland, if he went to like oh no, never mind. We were saying if Haaland would go to Real Madrid, but if he went to
Yeah,
Barcelona, that would be a nice little matchup.
yeah, yeah.
Anyways, that was going off topic just because I remembered, but
No, no, no. It makes sense.
yeah.
What were we saying?
You just finished saying that if they get knocked out early in the Champions League, then they would have
Yeah.
that focus on the league. Even
So
without their striker, there's still a chance.
I think there's still a chance for them to win the league, and I think it should be a goal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that like even if they didn't sign Bellingham to like just because you're Real Madrid, like you said, that has to be a goal. Like you can't be like, let's try and get Champions League or
Yeah,
let's finish second. You don't say that. And Barcelona would say the same thing.
yeah.
Doesn't matter how they're doing, like that's still a goal for them to win the league.
Like if you're Atletico Madrid,
I
then
was just about to say, what would they say?
like they would. Let's say they,
Best
won
of the
the.
rest.
Let's say they won the league the season before, then you can say like, oh, we gotta win the league
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
But like if not, then you say like, hey, let's go top three.
Yeah.
But that's just because it's a whole different thing. It's
Yeah.
it's not Real Madrid. It's not Barcelona. No disrespect to Atletico, but it's
We
a whole
love we
different.
love we love a little Atletico bashing sometimes.
It's no Barcelona, Real Madrid. It's a different category.
Yeah. I agree. Fair enough. And that brings us to our pretty much last topic, but one of your favorite manager of all time. He's been linked to manage Brazil, but nothing has been official because Fabrizio hasn't said anything. But his contract ends June 2024, so it's his last season. Do you think this could be a possibility for him after he leaves Real?
Yeah, I think Brazil is in need of a new manager.
I think
Um,
right now they don't. The Tito left right after the World
yeah,
Cup.
they're in need, and like even if Tito didn't leave, I would, I
Shake
would,
things up a bit.
I would still shake things up a bit. They've had him for a long time. Um, not really ever getting results. When was the last time Brazil won the World Cup?
Oh,
2002?
2002.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they're desperately in need of something because 2002 is a long time ago. So yeah.
2006 was a long time too. So like
Okay,
imagine
boy. Calm down. Calm down. Like
anyways, but no, you're right. Yeah, they need things to change. And Ancelotti's a great coach. Like he can definitely do it at Brazil.
yeah. Yeah.
You're still hating what I said.
I'm still stuck on that. The Portugal fan talks about not winning World Cups since 2006, and he doesn't even have one in his locker. Okay.
Respect.
Never is a long time ago, too.
Good lad. Good lad. Good
No,
lad.
but
He also coached Vinicius and Rodrigo
yeah.
and Casemiro and Eder Militao.
This guy's pretty much already like the scout for
He's already the
Brazil.
Brazil coach.
He's the Brazil scout right now. Like he's been developing Brazilian players.
And I was about to say and Marcelo, like he's gonna be on the Brazil team in 2 years. But no, yeah. He's been
Um
around. He's been around them.
so
I think
yeah.
that would be sick to see Ancelotti in the World Cup.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw a lot of fans were saying, "Oh, look at Brazil resorting to an Italian to try and get some championships and
Yeah, you
trophies."
you probably wrote that yourself.
No, no, no. I swear I saw people saying it. No, because like if you look at it, Brazil and Italy are like the top two international teams in
Oh yeah.
his, their World Cups show it.
Yeah.
And the players that they've had in their past and all that. So it's interesting to see like the two nationalities kind of like
Working as
come
one.
together.
Yeah, that is interesting. You'd think he would go like coach Italy, no?
That's what I'm thinking. Like personally, as an Italy fan and as an Italian,
As
um,
an Italy fan.
as a fan of Italy, also born there, uh, and which was the reason why I am a fan. Because I
Really?
don't think fans are just like, oh, I'm gonna cheer for Estonia.
You were born in Rome. What happened?
Oh God. But yeah, as a fan, I would say Mancini kind of probably needs to go. So I would have
Yeah.
liked to see him. I would have liked to see Ancelotti retiring with Italy
Yeah.
because it is starting to get to the end of his coaching
How old is he now?
years as well. He's
Is he
getting
in
close
his
to 70,
Okay.
I think, if not already.
Let's check. This is our
Yeah, no, that's actually
hourly
something
age check.
I need to know, because
I would say in his 70s, maybe.
I know managers go on for quite a while.
Yeah.
There's not really anything stopping them except like the will to keep going.
Yeah.
But
Oh, 64. Not bad.
okay, he's doing pretty good then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. He
I'd
can
say
definitely keep
he
going.
should he should go to Milan for like a couple years after Real Madrid and then go Italy.
I was like dreaming of a return after like I wanted Pioli to leave. I was like dreaming of a return, but he kept saying like, "Oh, I have a contract till 2024. I'm not gonna leave." And I was thinking, no, we need to change Pioli now, not in 2024.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I guess Pioli's not going anywhere. So who knows? Maybe he doesn't go to Brazil and he goes to Milan, or maybe he goes to Brazil and then he goes to Milan for like the last few years. I don't know.
In the end, he's gonna
If
go to
we're in need
Milan
of talent,
sometime.
I hope
You're
so.
so convinced.
I hope so because he's the only manager I actually trust. And like, even if he does horrible, I still would never say like, "Oh, get rid of Ancelotti." I would be like, "No, let him finish his contract, and then you can get rid of him."
He has an 8-year contract. You guys are relegated. Oh, let him
Yeah,
stay. Yeah, let him finish out his contract at least.
yeah.
Then Maldini comes in, head coach role.
Don't play with my heart like
It's
that.
a whole Lampard crisis all over again.
Oh boy, our teams are really in the mud.
Well, mine is a
Both
little
of
bit
our
like at
teams.
least you guys like you're in the Champions League. I'm not even in Europe, so
I was getting too used to like the good times with Milan,
you won the league. Like we didn't win. Oh my god, this is terrible.
and then in the last
We went
three
to the
weeks,
Champions League semifinal. Get out of here. You can't
the
complain.
last 3 weeks have been hell. If you're a Milan fan, the last 3 weeks have been literally hell on earth. So hopefully some good news comes up soon, and yeah, and that kind of transitions us to the end of the
To the end.
episode.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely looking to post more regularly now.
Yep.
Can't say that word.
We have a couple more clubs to talk about, and we haven't really talked about the transfer market in general in terms of
Yeah.
all of Europe. So we'll have that coming out soon, and we'll talk about that later on, maybe when more news comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, look out for that.
Also, if there's like any like big developments with me and Andre's teams, like obviously, as you guys know, I'm a Milan fan, he's a Chelsea fan. Just to clarify for
Yeah.
people who still don't know, there's still new people coming in, so like
Actually, I
they
have to
probably
say
don't
that
know.
my first team is Porto, but second is
Porto.
Chelsea because they compete in bigger leagues.
Yeah. And yeah, for the new people that are coming in, that don't know that, now you know.
Yeah.
That's why we mention them a lot. Obviously, but we try to keep it
If you didn't see the
unbiased.
flag behind Nico's head,
Yeah, that kind of says it all. But today I'm wearing a United kit just to balance it out. Um, at the Rookies podcast, we're unbiased. Okay.
we try to be. No, that's
Yeah.
that's actually a fair thing to say. We like to make jokes, but we try to be unbiased.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that brings us to the end, Nico.
Yeah, that does. And yeah, I just wanted to say like if there's any developments with our teams, we'll keep you guys updated with that. maybe come out with more episodes on that. Every once in a while we can like update them on how our teams are going, I guess.
Yep.
But yeah, look out for episodes on other teams or across Europe very, very soon.
Also more
Um,
interviews. Hopefully we'll get those going as
more
well.
interviews definitely. I love doing interviews and talking to people.
Yeah.
So
We'll get more of those going.
yeah. And
All right.
if there's anybody that you guys want to see on here, or more like any ideas that you guys want, because since we're just starting out, it's harder to get like those top profile people.
Yeah.
And even if you guys are interested in like different sports, like let us know what content you guys want to see more, because we're really interested in what you guys want, obviously.
Even if you
So
want to be interviewed, let us know. We'll think about it.
leave it in the comments,
Yeah.
whatever you guys want to see from us, and we're here to provide you guys with what you guys want. So yeah, let us know. We want to be interactive with our fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
All right.
that's my spiel for now.
That's episode 9. We'll see you guys at 10. All right.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.